Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Color Carpet Time. Now, we are going to practice. We're using some letters. We're going to practice using some sounds. We're going to practice using words that they're made up of and a bunch of other really cool things. We're going to get started right now by deleting some initial sounds. That means you're going to take the first sound that you hear from a word, toss it away. You're going to be left with another word like this. If I have grows, grows, I'm going to take that first sound, that g, I'm going to take it off, and I'm left with rose. See how that works? Grows, rose, just like that. So next up we have branch. Take away the first sound you hear in branch. What are you left with? Ranch, right? Take away that b, you're left with ranch. How about skate? Skate. Take away the first sound in skate. What are you left with? Kate, right? Like the name, Kate. Very good. How about crate? Crate. Take away the first sound in crate and you're left with rate. Excellent. Trip. Trip. Take away the t. And what are you left with? Rip. Right? Good. You take away the t. You're left with rip. How about gray? Gray. Take away the first sound in gray. You're left with ray. Excellent. Just like that. How about spot? Spot. Take away the first sound in spot. What are you left with? Pot. Good. Pot. And finally, let's do stale. Stale. Take away the first sound you hear in stale. And what are you left with? Tail. Tail. Good. All right, boys and girls. So after we have deleted some initial sounds, I want to go over some long A words. Now, I was coming up with a list of my own long A words, but luckily, a few students sent in some examples of their own, so let's check those out here. Now, I always pick just a few. Most of the time, I get a whole page from you guys, and I don't want to spend too much time writing a 867 words, right? Although it would be good to go over them, it might be too much. So I just take two or three from each of you, okay? So if you turned in some words and you don't see all of them, I apologize. Just for time, okay? So first up, Emma came up with cape, cape, and you can see a, the A makes the A sound in cape. And frame, and again it makes the A sound, frame. And ape, ape. Now, one thing I want to point out with this is all these words have our long A sound in them. They also have this E at the end. And that E is very important. We're going to get to that one day, but I just want to point that out. That there's an E at the end of these words, and it plays an important role in this A saying its name, right? The long A sound. Now, Inara also came up with some words, and I want to add those. Aliens, aliens. And you see it starts with the A. Very good. And nature, nature. And finally, pages, pages. There it is right there. All right. Thank you for those long A words. Boys and girls, if you have some, please send them in so that I can show them just like I showed Inara's and Emma's today. Great job. Great job. Thank you very much for that. Okay. I want to talk about a uh, a little thing about our stories. So I asked you guys to read Jane and Wade, and I read it yesterday too. Now, one of the things when we read stories, I like to ask you, who were the characters and what was the setting? All right. And then I ask you what happened at the beginning, what happened in the middle, and what happened at the end. Now, this is all part of retelling a story. When you retell a story, you don't have to say every single word that you read, just the main parts. So with Jane and Wade, we had the students, we say first, the students had a pet show, right? That was a big event. They had a pet show. And next, they showed off their different pets. So we don't have to say that Gail came with a pet fish, Shane came with this dog, Dave came with a snake. Because if we did that, we'd be just saying everything that we read exactly. We don't have to do that. This is a retelling. We just kind of tell, we just say the students brought their pets, right? We're just a quick retelling. And Jane brought her frog. What happened to that frog? Do you remember? The frog hopped away and ended up in the fish tank, right? So we're retelling. I don't have to use as many words as were in the story. It's just a quick retelling. Like, students put on a pet show. Students all brought their pets. Jane brought Wade, her frog, and Wade jumped into the fishbowl. That's it. That's my retelling. You see how it was pretty quick? And we're going to practice with that retelling. Now, some of the words that I want us to start thinking about when we're retelling, especially when we're writing and retelling, are words like this. Oops, I've got a full board. Not those A words. No, we're going to do these words. We say words like this because we want to tell it in order. Like I wouldn't retell my story and say, Wade jumped in a fishbowl. The kids had a pet show and they brought their pets. Why? Because that's out of order, right? You have to tell what happened first, what happened next, then what happened, and last. So my retelling for our Jane and Wade be first the kids put on a pet show. Next, the kids showed their pets. Then Wade jumped away. Last, Wade was in the fishbowl. So I used first, next, then, last to tell us in order, to tell it in order. Okay, we'll be practicing that. We're going to be doing some writing with that coming up, putting stuff in order just like that. Okay, so we have a couple things I would like you to do for me today. Number one, we're going to be on page 4.4, some more work with long A right here. So you are going to fill in the missing letters in these words, okay? And we're going to go to 4.6. These are some examples of long A words. I want you to pick your 4 favorite and just cut them out. And just you could take a picture of your 4 favorite. I want you to find your 4 favorite long A words on that page, okay? So a little bit of cutting. You don't have to glue it or anything like that. Next up, some of you already started this. Figure why not? We're going to go in our packet here, our spelling packet. On the back side of our spelling words is a Santa coloring page, and you color by the name by the word spelling words. Sorry, find the spelling words, find the color you're going to use, and color it up. So go ahead and do your coloring page today as well. All right, so we have one last thing to do, and that is practice for our Friday high frequency word Mrs. Duck Super Challenge of the Year. Is that what it's called? Something like that. Okay. Here are our words. Like, make, wood, her, some, some. Very nice. All right. And remember, as always, keep on reading your Jane and Wade. You can always go on Raz Kids to do some reading. Starfall's even got a little bit. You can jump on over there. I've got. Oops. Oh boy. Can you help me with that? Why, sure, Mr. T. Thank you very much, Mr. Fox. Mr. Fox is down there. He's been sitting in with our other friends. They've been listening and learning with us this whole time. So we're learning about some long A words. Why, yes, and we're learning about quite a few. All right. Do you have a favorite long A word? I think I like acorn. Yeah, acorn. Why is that? Oh, I don't know. I just like A and corn and putting them together. A corn. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's pretty spiffy. It is pretty spiffy. So are you, Mr. Fox. So are you. Why, thank you, Mr. T. And thank you for bringing my book back. I dropped it. I thought I'd lost it. Oh, no problem. Always here to help. We'll see you guys later, boys and girls. Yeah, you know what? It's time for both of us to go, isn't it? We'll see you guys next time, boys and girls. Great job today. Bye-bye.